Alright, welcome back. A little bit of a change on this one just because I was accidentally logged in before I started recording. So we don't start on the normal start screen, but we did get our 27th check-in bonus. One more day for the month, and the first month in the game is pretty much done. I am looking forward to next month, actually, and seeing what is all going to transpire with some of the changes that come to the game. Should be interesting. But yeah, let us just jump right into it. I believe, yep, we just got Starstone, which we'll get through. Battles we'll get through. Week 2. Let's check that one. We could probably get the shady purchases done if there's actually decent things, which is usually saying something, but it's not very often do I peruse here and buy anything. There's sometimes there's good deals in there, but that's another beast to talk about for another day. Excuse me, that what comes in there, so. And another recovery. So the Nez Pass is done on that. Believe we'll have this. And I think that is everything that's good on that. So we can move on to here. And kind of go through here. We can get rid of these guys. Yeah, let's go in here. I think this weekend, too, I'm going to actually break down and finally, I think on Saturday, I'll actually break down and go through my dragon sigils. And this way I can show you guys those on the next daily, because that's the other thing that's a hit or miss, man, is the dragon dungeon is... When I actually first... went into the dragon dungeon with my team of Monas. All I remember was I had to just get through it to get to I think it's whatever the fire one is. I don't remember if that's dragons 4, because now I just farm dragons. I think it's 6 or 7, and that's just because it's easier, and I'm guaranteed at this point to get a lot of the gems that I want or I care about, because 5 to 6 stars, you obviously want the 6-star gems, but for a lot of it on the I already grabbed these for the day, and we are still in the lead. Good. A lot of the gems I get out of there, 5 stars are still worthwhile to me. They're still decent, right? You shouldn't just toss a 5-star out, because there's only really a couple of places you can slowly get those. And one of them, well, the only place you can get the special gems is obviously dragons, but just thinking about golems in that aspect, I really haven't, if I'm being honest, I haven't honestly farmed for a gem out of anything for, I want to say 2.5 years at this point. I'm pretty sure if I did dedicate some time in there, the gems I could pull out would be even better. I'd actually have it. And now and again, the features they've added over the years have been nice. Like we're actually able now to re-roll the secondary stats, albeit you have to either be given it or pay for it. But at least now we can re-roll the stats underneath our gems to try and get some perfect gems. B9. Let's just use, where's my Persephone? There you are. So yeah, I haven't really farmed, and even when I go into dragons, and this is before they started carrying them over, I don't remember the patch notes that said those were going to start carrying over like they have been, but you either use them or lose them, so with that was the mindset. And because I farm super evolution materials, that I'd always build up those gems. But the what do we got? We got like an HP jam, yes, drain, excuse me. So we have HP drain set out of there. We've got the SP drain, which is amazing, and that's what you see. All three of these guys have them. My Persephone, my Dark Fenrir, and my Dark Mona have attack percent and crit SP gems on them. I think my Dark Mona might have more crit damage on her because that's more what she is built for. But the SP gem one is great. The drain is great, but the stun one, it's kind of meh. It's useful. It's a 20% chance to like an extra stun that can happen. But one thing I thought when I first got those gems, and they're actually still on my my light Yuki, is let's see where she's at right here. That she still has my she still has the stun set because I thought this increased her shock percent chance, and I'm like, well, this is 100. That'll add it to 100%. Yeah, I was dumb because that's a stun. This is a shock. They are two different things. They do the same thing, but this is still, they're still CC, but that's a shock. So it doesn't actually increase that. And that was just me being dumb, thinking, oh, this will be great in PvP. So I'd go into the arena thinking I'm gonna, guarantee stun somebody, and that's not at all how that ended up working out. Well, that's one of the things about, the fun part about learning these games. At least to me, is, that kind of stuff, testing it out. Not so much for me. I don't mind this. Again, I love the resources available. We kind of talked about it yesterday with, guides for, new players. And again, if you have any questions, you're curious about, even if you are new to the game, you come across these videos, ask them below. And again, if I can't help you, I will try to point you definitely in the direction of who can or where you're going to be able to find it. But a lot of my stuff I did was trial and error because back then we really didn't have a wiki, like we didn't have a fan made wikia that was made. There were no guides really up. I mean, I think the guide for Mona was only like 4 months old by the time I got to it, and I actually started to follow it for myself. So, but yeah, it's one of those things where learning about the gems specifically and how they interact and going through them, and then what's the best gems to put on what Astromon, and again going also looking at them statistics wise. Again, I'm not the be all end all. I'm just giving my opinion for the content that I run it on, and I also I run fun comps. I do want to build a fully just 4 water super evolution team of, and this was before Mona got her super evolution. I was gonna build a 4 super evolution water Victoria for fun, and now I'm like, well, now we got Mona, so I want to go back to my 4 original Monas that I still have, and I want to build them as the super evolution team, and that's just cuz. So, and I do that just because I mess around with the game. I like seeing all the different animations, testing out, which Astromon are quicker versus what Astromon aren't, because, and this all ties back into the Capture Festival. Again, that is the content I like to do when it's when there's something worthwhile for me to catch. But that's the thing about going back to my advice about that is, as if you are clearing stuff quickly, and this just doesn't go into Capture Festival, you can think of it also for farming, super evolution materials. So you're not paying for, the 40, I think it's $45 for a set of 5 now, something like that, or it might be 10. It used to be 5, I think it's now 10. But instead of spending, any type of money, you can think of it this way. The faster you're clearing those levels, the faster you're gaining chances to get that, to get your super evolution material. And so that it all kind of plays into itself, and that's really why, again, I stick with this game. I have stuck with this game because it still does something that no other games do as far as free to play is concerned, and whatnot. But yeah. What do we got? This isn't going to be that bad. Yeah, I think we'll just do this. In Indra. That's green, so that one's a stunner. That's usually a staple in some of the higher tiers that we see. I think you stun. Can we taunt you? Yeah, all right. And Yuki just... Yeah, well, I'll take the shock. Remember, crowd control is king in this in Arena. So you got crowd control even on these little teams. As much as I'm not scared of them, it's still good to use. That's why you still see me talk it out, is look at the person's composition. Because if I ever did want to make a bigger attempt to kind of go up the ladder to get more rewards. And to be honest, you should be trying to go up, get up here just for the gems each week. And you might be just starting out, so you might not going to go so far, because eventually you do get to a point where you're not fighting the people who are just giving away, these freebies, right? You're going to fight, you're actually going to fight people who have a decent team and decently gemmed. So, but that's just another thing, advice for new accounts and new players is should be using up your tickets as much. You see me being very lazy about this, but this is your way of getting your gleam each week. And you really should be pushing towards this, because this is what lets you, this is what's going to let me do my water Sherazade without having to summon, 14 more of her or whatnot, So that's definitely something you should be going after. And just because I think I'm going to go back and let us put the God team in. You're going to watch this real quick, how we're not going to get attacked all of a sudden. It's actually pretty funny. So I put I put Lilith in here for the HP up, because on top of the extra HP, I'm going to have my Jean, who has 160,000 HP. The reason why is she has aggression, so her attack power becomes proportional to her max HP on both, right? So, and then I'm running SP gems on her, so she gets that off as well. So just makes her even more of a tank. Lilith, on the other hand here, or I guess this would be Succubus. It's weird how they bounce back and forth. I wish they would just stick to a naming convention for all of them. But, so not only she got morale boost, but I put the HP percent gems of leech on her, so she just continues to heal. So she's kind of a little bit of a pain in the ass. Who else do I throw in here? I think I do a full light team. What I was doing was a full light. Let's get my 6-star lights out real quick. I know I put Victoria in there, and once again, Victoria is so good. You put enough defense on her, and she melts. She can help hold somebody off, or somebody will go after her. And if you have her gemmed properly, you put a bunch of defense on her, they'll try and hit her. They will all have to, you'll have to focus her down. But again, even at the high, teams will unfortunately just blow through my team here. But and then for a surprise, I always throw my Dark Fenrir in the back, just because not only do they have to deal with these 3 tanks, they're like, okay, Yuki, so they'll focus Yuki. This one will come out because they focus down Yuki, but then this one hits like a truck. This one hits hits. This one hits, and then if this one is still alive, it's a snowball. It's too much fun. I have too much fun about that, but. That's, I think, gonna do it, though. Double checking. We got 4 days left. I really should start. I keep forgetting to climb these towers every day, and I really should do that, but I've been just preoccupied with other things. And like I said, this weekend, I think we'll knock out one of these. And the Sunday, I think that's Sunday, I'll go over what I got out of there. We have 1 day for the Rift. Let me double check. We are almost here. Here's another thing. You should be doing Vitra if you can, trying to get this. This is another Gleam. As long as it takes 2 weeks, I think, but this is another Gleam. Trying to get all the way up here, it's just, I don't even have teams to get me up there to compete with people on that one. The rewards aren't bad, but they're not the best either. But I think that's gonna do it as we grab on here. And we got a weekly done, the gold dungeons here. So we've got Evolve. We will do this on Friday when the festival ends, because we're gonna go through all of our jubilees that I've caught. 222 of them, for crying out loud, at the moment. And then I'll just knock out these other things. So that's going to do it. And so that's it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. See ya.